at the A&R show, we know and we understand that women are from Venus and men are from an exoplanet. I just learned that from my son, and it means that they're from outside of the solar system because they are very, very special on a whole nother plane. At any rate, we're here to bridge that gap. We're here to help you with your situationship, your relationship, your fling, your thing, your entanglement, whatever you want to call it. And tonight we have a very special show with some special guests to help these men understand us and hopefully to make women believe again. This is part one. So tonight it is literally just Ava. All my friends call me Ava. You can call me Ava. I'm the better half of the A&R show. He's on location tonight in backgrounds producing all of that good stuff. And hopefully he's paying attention. So let's move on to our guest. First, we have Nakia. So I'm going to ask you to just say your name. You can say what you do. If you're comfortable, you can give your age and then your relationship status. So let's start.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nakia. What I do, I'm an interpreter for deaf and hard of hearing. I am 44 and I am married.
Okay. And then we're going to go with April. I'm just going in order of my screen.
You said April. Okay, so my name is, I was like, did you say April or April? I didn't know. So my name is April Patterson. I'm 52 years old, single, and I'm a business owner and originally from Los Angeles, living in Inglewood. No, I'm not. I'm living in Illinois. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, because the West Side can't help himself. Rob.
And then we have a bonus guest next to April, Ebony, right?
Yeah.
You're part two. Come on, introduce yourself.
All right. I'm Ebony. I am a training coordinator for the state. I am 40 and single.
Okay. And then last but not least, Miss Gabby.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm 32 and I'm a dental assistant mentor and I am currently single.
All right. And then me, just say.
Did I mention I was single?
I think so. We have a great show. We got some good show topics. We're going to talk about the great relationship, mistakes, have women given up on men, and then making women believe again, you know, what women need. So we're going to hop right into it. The first question of the night is, if the great relationship, and especially for our single women on here, if the great relationship or marriage doesn't happen, how do you think you'll handle that, or will you be okay with that? So anybody can start. Go ahead, Ms. Gabby.
I'll go ahead and start. If the great relationship or marriage doesn't happen, will I be devastated? Probably not. Will I be sad? More than likely, but I think I'll be okay. I have the privilege of being the auntie to all of the kids in the world. So my greatest joy is to be the cool auntie. As long as I'm going to get to be the cool auntie, cool, rich, fancy auntie, I'm okay with that. I'm fine.
Okay, cool. You're still young too. You're only 13. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I'll chime in. I would say, I think I would be devastated because I still have hope for, you know, an easy love. Not that everything is going to be easy all the time, but that the love between us is easy, even when we are upset with each other. But I'll always be okay. I think that's sort of the nature of most Black women. We adjust our mental, we adjust our physical, we dive into other relationships that may have more meaning, be it with our nieces and nephews or our friends. Unfortunately, I think I'm in the boat where most of my friends are single. So, you know, we have had the full, we're going to be golden girls living together in one big fabulous house with a chef and a butler conversation, you know, so that's just kind of the thought.
And so for me, let's see, I toggle between the two.
Yeah.
I like I want companionship. I really do. I don't necessarily need marriage, but I think I'm okay. I'm definitely fine with, I want companionship. Will I be devastated? No, I won't be devastated. I think because I've been single for so long already.
Yeah.
And I've been married I've had the white picket fence, the dog, you know, the 2.5 kids. I've had all of that. So I think really and truly, like Ebony mentioned, what's most important to me is that the good thing, I think I'm in a good place where I won't be devastated.
Yeah.
For me. Because I've been that woman who really, 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 really wanted to be in a relationship, and I made horrible decisions. So, yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
What do you think, Nakia? Do you have any, I don't know, like
I took it as being married and building your relationship or making your relationship great. I said it all depends on how much quality time, energy, and work you invest in your marriage or your relationship. Yeah. Just like when guys have a car or your job, the work ethic you put in that, you know what I'm saying? Are you putting that same value in your relationship to make it great? Depends on how you take care of it. And when you do make all areas of your relationship or marriage great, you know, are you going back to maintenance it? You know, are you reflecting to say, oh, okay, that's good. Like your car, you got to take your car for an oil change. So it's not that it's something wrong with it. You know, you just got to check up on it every 3 months. So every so often reflecting, okay, are we good in all these areas? And when we're not, tweak it, you know. Bring it to attention. Somebody say something, you know, we all be like, oh, well, we want to step on toes. We want to hurt feelings. Babe, it's okay. No, it's not.
Yeah.
So,
you know, and I think, like you said, I feel like that's in all areas, right? So whether you're married or you're single or whatever you are, like, you know, you got to take a look at all the areas in your life. I try to shy away from, I don't know, giving single women advice because I be feeling like, you know, people like, girl, you don't know, because feel like I've been married for a long time. But however, I still do tell people like, you're gonna be okay, regardless, because you know,
yeah,
like you said, that's what we do. That's what Black women do.
We adapt.
We're gonna be all right. Because we've all been in relationships. Even if we're not in a relationship, we've been in relationships, right? So April, you mentioned being married before. So in your past or even your current relationship, what mistakes have you made and how have you changed them? Because we don't want to just be bashing the men and look at ourselves too. So we're kind of on that track. Yeah. What changes have you made?
What changes or mistakes that I made that changed me?
Both.
Okay. The mistakes that I made was definitely going too fast, not allowing the process to develop organically, being so, I don't want to use the word thirsty because I think it has a negative connotation to it, because I don't really think thirsty is what is happening with people.
Excited.
I think excited to have the opportunity to have love in your life is what's really happening. And so for me, it was just going too fast, not giving it an opportunity to develop, to get to know that person. And then just being too available, I think sometimes too, has been I won't say it's a mistake. It comes natural for me to be available. But from what I'm learning with the male species, like, I'm not saying play hard to get, but I do think that there's definitely something to be said for a woman that's about her business, that has a life, and that's just not centering her life around the man. You give off this thing of independence, confidence. And so I wasn't that before. And so going to therapy and you do too many things all the time the same way. That's insanity, right? So I had to tweak that.
Yeah.
Do I always get it right? No. Because I still have to tweak it along the way, you know? So those are the things I think, yeah.
You know what? That reminded me of something I said before. You talked about like moving too fast, right? And so we were talking about like questions you ask on a first date. And I was all like, yeah, girl, like ask them like what you want. Like, you want to get married? You don't want to get married? I ain't got time to be wasting. Is that too far, too fast? You think? I need to
like, because look, I'm going to tell you something. I am the one that, even though I want.
Okay, so April, you mentioned moving too fast being a mistake you made. So I've been running around giving women advice like, you need to know in the first date, like, sir, what do you want? You want to be married? You want to be single? You want to play games? Should I stop? Is that too much too soon? What you
Way
think?
too much.
Way too much. Okay.
And for me, like, even if a guy is asking those types of questions to me, I'm really the running joke with me. I'm the runaway bride. Like, flow Joe, I'm out. Because while I do want to be in a relationship, when a guy goes super fast, I can be like, whoa, that's a lot. It's so weird. Women are complicated. We can be really complicated.
I'm going to chime in. I would say I like to know those answers pretty quickly, especially if it's an online dating forum, because it's already hard enough to genuinely build a connection online. And I am very much stranger danger with online dating. So on top of that, I'm caring for a parent right now. My time is limited. So if you're somebody looking for some fling or divorcee that doesn't want to be married, or you just chilling, or like, no, I need to know what you're looking for. That doesn't have to be me, but I need to know exactly where you are in your life. And then I can deal with my deal breakers, whether they're there or not. And everybody you meet online is not going to be your person. That you might end up be friends, you might not, anything. But I'm real non-committal in the beginning, but I do want to know what you're looking for. And I definitely don't respond to any blank online profiles. I just feel like inherently that's narcissistic. You're online. You don't want people to judge you physically, solely on your physical, but you provide no information. So to me, that means you're looking for a fling. So
it depends. They're both right. Right?
Well, yeah, you know what? That's a good point. All good points.
Yeah. Well, look what the Cadra again, Miss Nikeria. Welcome.
Hi, Nikeria.
Hi, Kiki.
Well, I said your name, but you can go ahead and tell us what you do. Tell us your age and your relationship status.
I am 23 and I am currently in the process of working from home right now, but transitioning into entrepreneurship as a nail technician. And I am single happily. So.
Happily single. Okay.
He said, period.
All right. So we gonna let you hop in. Gabby, though, I wanted to give you a chance to respond too, because when April was talking, I saw you like, yes, all of that, like kind of agreeing with her with like mistakes and changes that you've made in past relationships.
So my greatest mistake is being overly available.
Okay.
And giving too much of myself and my time and not balancing my life, like relationship life balance. I had a tendency to give 150% while only receiving 60. And also like not only in like romantic relationships, but also friendships, I'm always too readily available, which leaves me drained. And literally nothing left for myself because I'm giving everything I have to other people. So basically within the past, I'm going to say 14, 16 months, because my last long-term relationship ended in April of last year. I've been taking a lot more time for me, kind of focusing more on what it is I like to do and kind of having that balance, not only in my professional, but my personal, romantic, and platonic relationships.
I feel like I made that mistake in my marriage. Like you no matter like whether you single or whatever you got to make time for yourself.
Yeah.
You drain. I always say it all the time. If you're drained, you got nothing to give nobody else.
Yeah.
So I see you nodding. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it just happens like that. I mean, especially depending on the type of person that you are. I am, I guess I'm always available for somebody because I am selfless. So if you need me to do this, you need me to do that, along with I got the girls, and especially when they were younger and in sports, and I'm there to support. And my husband is he's like a Jamaican, he's a teacher, he is a buildings and grounds supervisor, he's a gigger, so he's at church, so he's not home a lot. So when he is home, I'm like wishing for that time, and it's like, okay, he don't have time for me. He's tired because he's doing all of this, and then I'm tired, and it's like, okay, but hey, can somebody pick me? Pick me, you know. I got a little bit left. I got a little bit left. Just pick me. So I know that feeling, and I really, during the pandemic, I experienced that. I use an app called Shine, just finding some time to stop and think. And I always reflect about how my day went, or what am I doing, or what can I do different every day. So Shine, when I'm reading or listening to it, I was like, oh man, that little 10 minutes of breathing, it was great. You know, it just helped clear my mind to say, okay, let's get reorganized. Let's, think about things a different way. Because I am right now, for the past few years, I'm extremely discombobulated, and I am a very organized OCD person. I just got called a organized hoarder. So I was like, oh my God, what do y'all mean? And I really am. If it's in a container and it's put away, it's nice, it's organized, even though I know I got to go through it, I was like, oh yeah, but I don't like paper. I don't like unorganized things. That's not me. So I'm like, oh my God. But I get it. I'm available for everybody else. But then I get upset when people aren't available for me, when I want you to be and I need you to be. I want you to support me the same way that I support you. This give. I'm like, we puff fast, and I need you puff fast for me too.
Gabby about to bust over there. Gabby, you all right?
Reciprocity.
She about to bust, y'all.
What I'm hearing is we need some reciprocity. We need some support. We need some help with our self-care.
We also need to know our boundaries.
And
no, you're exactly right. And I don't know mine. I'd be like, oh my God.
Oh no, they telling you right now, when you organized and hoarding and not you ain't yourself, that's a boundary that's been crossed. Yeah. It lets you know. And sometimes you just be like, well, it is what it is today.
Yep. And I keep looking at it like, I'm coming. I see you.
Yeah. I know that we're wrapping up, Rob. Here we go. Last thing I want to say is this. You got to give people space to reciprocate.
That's good.
Now y'all can.
What happened when you do that? Because you wait to see. No, I'm so serious. You wait to see. When you stop.
You stop, and if they don't reciprocate, you have your answer.
No, because some people just don't communicate the same way. They don't know.
Then it's not your love language. That person's not.
Now that I agree with.
Now, see, I just got my book. That I've had that book.
Oh, Rob said wrap up, and here we go.
I had that book for years, and I started reading it. I think I looked at it, and I stopped on page 65, and I only got it back out of my container of books because Ava and Rob said something about love. I was like, I need to read that, because my daughter said something to me in regards to love language. I am an empathetic person, but I'm not sympathetic.
You're empath, yeah.
So she's like, you don't speak my love language, mommy. And I'm like, well, oh my God, what are you talking about? So I was like, I need to get this book.
I know.
So I can review and go back and see. And I'm like, what if I'm all of them? Because do you all speak my love language? I don't even know my own, why I'm trying to cater to you all. So I am. You're absolutely right. I just want to know, but when you do give that space for someone to reciprocate and they don't, it's like, what?
I'm not about cutoff culture.
That's me though, y'all. I'm the ice queen, but it looks like we got to shut it down. Sorry.
We're gonna go real quick to a special segment called "The Funniest Thing I've Seen on the Internet." We're not doing that because we ain't got time for that. We're gonna keep on talking, and I want to give Kiki a chance to talk too. I want to give Kiki a chance to talk too. So I'm gonna let you start off the next question, Kiki. Let's just discuss, you're young, so I don't know what your answer is going to be to this, but have you given up on the opposite sex? Why or why not?
Opposite sex, does that mean you think?
I feel like Gabby was about to drink that.
Not necessarily. No, if I had to have a more defined answer, no, because there's always room for opportunity. I have a lot of space as of what I think I have. I have a lot of space in life to meet different people, to meet the right person, to meet the wrong person. So no, but as of earlier today, it was a yes. But like overall, no, I haven't, because like I said, I just feel like there's gonna be someone there that is going to be able to actually cater what I cater and be able to. I still got a little hope. It's like 10%, but it's still there.
Did you say 10%?
Yes.
Mad.
Oh, we're gonna make you a believer again.
Don't make decisions. You know, don't make decisions when you're high on emotions. What do you guys think? Have you given up on the opposite sex?
Repeat that, Ava. We couldn't hear you.
Have you given up?
Oh, have I given up? I got a team.
She got a team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We were just talking about that. So what that looks like is when you're in your single moment, you utilize the moment to get to know yourself and to get to know the opposite sex. Like, I didn't date a lot when I was younger. So what I mean when I say a team, it's not like I'm out here tricking or nothing like that. But I mean, I meet as many people as I can. I am literally, I don't have a problem meeting people. So I just meet them. And I talk to everybody. It's like, and whoever sticks will stick. And then I just kind of like rotate. And I learn a lot about myself. I haven't given up at all. I am a super hopeless romantic. So I have so much love to give. So I stack my team. I'm very open and honest with everybody. Everybody knows that I am not exclusive to anyone. And it's all platonic relationships, you know, but no, I haven't given up at all. I refuse. Okay. I mean, if they 90.
Girl.
Like, I'm done.
I'm just joking.
I think I would chime in and say I'm definitely not giving up because I'm a woman of faith. Mm-hmm. So it matters into who I believe in and whose child I am, right? So if I walk faithfully in knowing that I am a child of God and the promises that He has bestowed for me and to me, because I do have my daily, momentarily, moment by moment, day by day, hour by hour times that I really am talking to God and I'm really asking where are the areas that I need to work on myself. Like I said, right now I'm taking care of a parent, but finding the space even for me, what I realized is that I didn't practice enough self-care for some years. And so what I'm balancing is being too rigid, but still being available to meet people so that those promises, you know, come to me. They don't just appear. You do have to do some work. So yeah, I've not given up at all, but I am extremely wary of who I bring into my life, keeping my peace and that balance for me.
Yeah, I feel like you're right in the middle, right? Not as young, not, you know, right in the middle. Yeah. Have you given up? Is there still hope? Ooh, come on with the paw. Oh. Was that
was that for me?
What?
That's for Gabby.
For Gabby.
You're right. I'm in the middle. I'm pretty much in between April and Ebony. For the most part, I'm open. I'm available. I also am rack 'em up, stack 'em up. I've actually rack 'em up, stack 'em up. Just trying to figure out what it is I like.
Buffet table that Rob talks about. That's all.
Yeah, and it is what it is. But I really am just trying to figure out what it is I'm looking for, what it is I do and don't like, because I feel like I've dated a lot of the same people and different guys.
Yeah.
So it's literally different guys with the same person, some kind of way or another. So right now I'm just figuring out what it is about me that is attracting the same person, and then also what is it that I actually want. But because I know whose I am, I know that someone is out there for me. So I'm ordering my steps, but also I got a roster behind me.
What's going on?
All right, I like it. We all went crazy. So we do have a special segment, the Who is Ava segment. But let me just preface this with I don't know what the producer has up his sleeve because I know who I am. But go ahead and drop it.
Something.
Yes. It's still the A&R show. But she's going to have to fly solo. Bobby Brown it for a minute. Ralph Tresvant got to go do something. She can handle it.
Crazy. Who is Ava?
For real. I know it's the A&R show, but she can handle it.
Who is Ava?
Come on, man. Y'all got to trust me. She been with me from the start. I'm pretty sure she can handle it. Trust me.
Why she say you be lying? He's like,
no, I'm not going to be there. You see where I'm at right now? I'm on a sabbatical. But my girl can handle it.
Who the fuck is Ava? Who is Ava? Why you be lying? Who is Ava? Why you be lying? Who is Ava? Who is Ava? Why you be lying? Who is Ava? Why you be lying?
Ava, you gotta let the people know that you can handle it. All right? You the A in the A&I show. Let's get it done. Make women believe in us again. That's what I'm on. I'm on a trip right now trying to make y'all believe. I holla.
I'm like, who is Ava? Who the fuck is Ava? Who the fuck is Ava?
I am one half of the hosting duo Ava, just Ava. All my friends call me Ava. It's what my mama named me. You may also call me Ava.
What your mama named you?
You know, a few weeks ago, a month ago, I don't really have good time management skills. We did the What Women Want segment. And I really do hope people were listening. But you just like to kind of close us out, like kind of in your own words, right? What can the men do to well, first of all, I would say to make us believe again, but I didn't actually hear anybody saying that they didn't believe. So I hope that was heard. But so I guess let me flip that question, and not necessarily what they can do to make you believe again, but just like, what are your, I guess, ultimate relationship goals? Like what can they do? Because I feel like any man would be lucky to date any of you single ladies, you know. And Nikki, our husbands are very lucky to have us as well.
They are. So, I mean, real talk, for real.
Real talk. And I don't think they be seeing that all the time. So I think for me, that's what they could do. You know, recognize what you got. You don't got to be out here at the buffet, as our producer Rob says. You got a whole entree, a steak, you know. So
filet mignon.
Hello. That'd be my advice for the men. But our single ladies, what's your ultimate relationship goals? What can the men do? How do we need? Because we need to help them out because they need help. Gabby, they need help. What you got for them? They need help.
I guess for me,
yeah.
What I really want is for you to hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'd be like, "Oh, I'm listening. Oh, I'm listening." Are you? I'm saying exactly what it is that I want, what it is that I need, what it is that help me get to where I want to be. Mm-hmm. But for whatever reason, they're like, "Oh, I know exactly what you want." No, I told you. I'm literally laying it out. Mm-hmm. So hear us.
Yeah.
We know exactly what it is that we want. Don't try and come up with your own answers. It's really cute. We really do appreciate your efforts, but I'm telling you exactly what it is I need.
Yeah. So they need to listen, Gabby.
So yeah, meet me where I'm at, not where you want me to be.
Oh, okay. I like
That's kind of like what I said. Stop being selfish and focused on your wants and needs and what I am not doing for you, but reflect on the relationship and see what you're not doing or where we both aren't meeting each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you want me to cater to you because that was something that was on the men's list. Mm-hmm. We want you all to cater to us, treat us like a king. I get that, but are you also catering to me, treating me like a queen? Or are you just in that mindset, this is what I'm supposed to do because I'm your helpmate? But really, and don't devalue and be condescending to my knowledge and my skills. You know what I'm saying? So that was Really, really listen. I used to tell my girls to, listen to understand, don't listen to respond all the time. And guys, you all listen sometimes, but you're not really hearing. You just listen to respond and just like, okay, I heard you, brush you off. Yeah. No, like really, really take heed and don't, y'all know it all. I know it all. Don't devalue me and don't belittle me and my skill and my knowledge and what I know and my opinion. So,
okay, I'm with Kiki. What about you?
I actually wrote a list with my friend like a long time ago. I was gonna grab it if I would have known the question. Because like I have a list, like seriously, I have a list.
What was on the list? What was like one of the things on the list?
More. I just think I like what Gabby said. I agree, like hearing, but not also hearing, but doing too. I'm sorry for the noise. My dog is back there playing with her toy, but basically just like also doing like acting on your like what you're saying, like acting on what you say you want to do or say you are, like actually act on it, because you can say a lot of things, but your actions mean everything. And that's for me. That's how I like. That's how I am. Like just with men, like everything like is your actions. And that, just with humans too.
That works. I get you. I agree.
You want to close this out? What do you guys think?
So I believe more of like what I need from my partner, along the lines of what everyone is saying, keeping your word. But I adopted a motto that words and actions must align, because I feel like you're not in your truth if they aren't aligned. If one is off, then something's off. I'm a very genuine person. So if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So the other piece that I need is accountability, because life happens. But don't hit me up with a my bad 3 hours later when I was supposed to be doing something with you. I'm easy if you communicate. But if you don't, and I feel like an afterthought, then I adjust. And it usually isn't good for that relationship. So really being authentically themselves, being a man of their words and keeping their actions aligned, being compassionate. I may be upset about something that you don't understand. I'll do my best to explain it, but my feelings are my feelings and I don't need to justify them, but I do need you to at least acknowledge that I'm upset. And this is something that I'm talking to you about. We're people. We don't all think the same. So those are the things. Those are the big ones. Integrity, accountability, communication, that kind of wraps it up for me.
Okay.
That was all on our list.
I would add to respect. Like, because if you respect yourself, then you would hopefully respect me too. So like, I just respect is big, and I'm learning this. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but everybody's like disrespect is different. So also respecting like my level of disrespect.
Because what you did with the other girl might not work for me.
Right.
Right. This is remind me too, like words and actions just lining up. When they don't, it's supposed to create some type of discomfort in your brain. That's like what I learned in psychology. I don't know if it'd be doing that for the men. I don't know what's wrong with them. But they don't get it together. We still believe. We still believe. We still believe, though. We still believe.
Yeah, I do think, though, too. I do think that as we're wrapping up, we see that we are coming to a close here. I do think that as women, we need to accept and single women, accept the fact that the person just may not have it to give. They may just not have it. And the potential is not something that they'll ever be able to live up to. So I do think that for us, if we do the work and take care of ourselves first, clean out the clutter, all the baggage, you will be fine. Because then you won't be living in this
paradox.
Right, this paradox. Like, I see it in you, but you're on a hamster roll trying to,
that's for the
you're
young,
like,
that's for the young ladies.
And it's
too.
like,
potential.
It's like, shut it down. Like, honestly, really and truly, know your worth. I know that sounds very cliche, but honestly, if you know your worth, when a man says he can't, he means it.
Yeah, I was going to say, believe what he tells you.
Believe what he tells you.
The first time.
When he's showing it to you, it is what it is. Men are not complex like that. Like, it is what you see. What you see is what it is.
So I would say really quickly, when you mentioned about, like I said, words and actions aligning, looking at interpersonal communication, your body language makes up more of the communication than your actual words, right? So if someone is telling you you're purple, but they're doing something else to let you know that you're not purple, you gotta believe them both. Like you gotta use all your senses, but your God-given discernment, that gut, it's never wrong.
And that's true, but I do want to go take it a step further and say, it's not to say don't fight for love. I know. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down.
But
don't fight you, because I do want to put it out there. It's okay to fight for your love, but know your boundaries in terms of fighting. That's all I'm saying. No,
the question is know when to fight. Okay. If y'all just met, don't fight.
Rob is wrapping us
up.
Sorry, but Rob, would you give us 40 minutes?
We're women, Rob. We're women. We have a lot of voices here. We have a lot to say. I hope these men are listening. I know the show's a little bit long tonight, but I'll be okay. However, I do want to thank these beautiful ladies for joining me. Miss Gabby, Nakia, Ebony. She was like a sneak surprise guest, but I'm so glad you came. April, Kiki. And I just want to thank you all for watching as well. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, what else? Instagram, all that good stuff. Yeah, cool. We support Black businesses at the A&R Show, Smoking Barbecue on 45, For Her, Cloud High, Marvelous Creations, Betty and Brenda, Janelle's Creations, Kamara.com, Nitty's Barbecue, Corey's Spades, all of that. We rooting for everybody Black. Yeah. And then Rob is not here, but I'm still going to end with my catchphrase because I think it's appropriate. From the greatest movie of all time, Love Jones. I say it every week or every time we have a show. And that is, love is what you make it and with whom you make it. So make it good.